Lamborghini revealed its all-new baby supercar at Car Week in Monterey, California. And guys, I am so excited about this car. I've always liked the Gallardo, I've always liked the Huracan, but this new Temerario has excited me beyond belief. In this video, I am going to walk through the specs of this car, compare it against some of its peers that are all hybrids at this point: the Ferrari 296, the McLaren Artura, the Porsche 911 992 GTS, and the American supercar, the Chevrolet E-Ray. We're going to compare all of them in this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into this. So the Italian word Temerario loosely translates to reckless, and Lamborghini has embraced this theme with its all-new baby supercar. It's launching this car with two exclusive colors. One is called Blue Marinus, which is a shade of blue, and the other is Verde Mercurius, which is a shade of green. The car is going to be available in about 400 different colors and liveries for customers, so you can have endless customizations for this car. The car is going to be sold with either cast aluminum wheels, forged wheels, or carbon fiber wheels. Also at launch, this car is going to be available in two trims. You're going to have the regular sports coupe, and you are also going to be able to get at launch a lightweight track-ready package with all the carbon fiber trimmings plus additional carbon if you don't have enough carbon to fit your fancy. Now, because of this new hybrid powertrain available in the Lamborghini Temerario, the driver is going to have endless customization options at their fingertips. 13 different driving modes are going to be available at launch. Lamborghini is also going to be integrating a dash cam into the Temerario, so you can have continuous monitoring of your car whenever you're driving it. So if there's an accident, it's captured in real time. You can view footage in the car or using an app that's going to be developed exclusively for this car. So as I said from the outset, I am going to be comparing the Lamborghini Temerario against some of its contemporaries that have all now become hybrid supercars. We're going to compare it against the Ferrari 296, the McLaren Artura, the Chevrolet E-Ray, and the Porsche 911 992.2 GTS Hybrid. So because of these different battery sizes, the Chevy E-Ray and the Porsche 911 GTS, those are non-plug-in hybrids. So they would just recharge from either regenerative braking or from recapturing energy and storing it in the battery. For the Lamborghini Temerario, the Ferrari 296, and the McLaren Artura, those three cars will be able to be plugged into the wall in your garage or at a charger. Now, being hybrid, these cars will have an EV component and an ICE engine. So let's talk about the displacement of the ICE engines in these three cars. Starting with the Lamborghini Temerario, there is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 stuffed into the mid-engine of this car. For the Ferrari 296, it is a 3-liter twin-turbo V6. For the McLaren Artura, similar to the Ferrari 296, it's a twin-turbo 3-liter V6. For the Chevy E-Ray, it is the LT 6.2-liter V8. And for the Porsche 911 GTS Hybrid, the engine is a 3-liter flat 6 engine. So how much power does these cars make now that they have hybrid powertrain? A lot of power. In the case of the Lamborghini Temerario, it makes 907 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque. For the Ferrari 296, it is 818 horsepower, 546 pound-feet of torque. For the McLaren Artura, 690 horsepower, 531 pound-feet of torque. For the Chevy E-Ray, 655 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. And then for the 992.2 911 GTS Hybrid, this car makes 532 horsepower, 449 pound-feet of torque. So since these cars now have hybrid powertrains, do they have EV only ranges? In some cases yes, in others kind of unsure. For the Porsche 911 992.2 GTS, there is no EV only range. For the Lamborghini Temerario, Lamborghini did not publish a number. However, the bigger car in its range, the Revuelto, has a 6-mile EV only range, and we're going to assume that the Temerario has similar. For the Ferrari, the 296 has a 15.5-mile EV only range. The McLaren Artura has a 21-mile range, and the Chevy E-Ray has a 5-mile EV only range. Performance figures for these cars: the Lamborghini Temerario has a top speed of 213 miles per hour. The Ferrari 296 has a top speed of 205 miles per hour, as does the McLaren Artura, that also has 205 miles per hour top speed. The Chevy E-Ray comes in at the very rear with 183 miles per hour, and the 992.2 911 GTS has a top speed of 194 miles per hour. So this begs the question, how fast do these cars go? So for the Lamborghini Temerario, the 0 to 60 is 2.7 seconds. For the Ferrari 296, it's 2.9 seconds. The McLaren Artura is 3 seconds. For the Chevy E-Ray, it is 2.5 seconds. And for the 911 992.2 GTS, it is 2.9 seconds for 0 to 60. And then the next performance metric, of course, is going to be quarter-mile time. Now, for the Lamborghini Temerario, again, Lamborghini did not publish a quarter-mile figure, so we're going to put that as to be determined. For the Ferrari 296, it takes 9.6 seconds to go a quarter mile. For the McLaren Artura, 10.3 seconds to go a quarter mile. For the Chevy E-Ray, 10.5 seconds to go to the quarter mile. And for the 992.2 GTS, the Porsche, 11 seconds to cover the quarter mile. All of these cars are two-seaters, and they all seem to come with carbon ceramic brakes. As far as the tires that ship with the car, the Lamborghini Temerario comes with the Bridgestone Potenza Sports. For the Ferrari 296, it ships with the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2Rs as an option. The McLaren Artura, you can get the Pirelli P0s. For the Chevy E-Ray, it comes standard on all-season tires. However, you can option Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. And then the Porsche 992.2 911 GTS Hybrid ships with performance sport tires as well. For the gearbox, they all pretty much have dual clutches, even though the Porsche calls its gearbox the PDK, but they all have 8-speed dual clutch transmissions. Now, as far as sound goes, how do these cars rev? If you are a supercar owner, one of the things you definitely will do is gonna rev your engine. So let's see how high these cars rev. For the Lamborghini Temerario, the Redline is 10,000 RPMs. For the Ferrari 296, Redline's at 8,500 RPMs, as does the McLaren Artura, 8,500 RPMs. The E-Ray, 8,500. And for the Porsche 911 992.2 GTS Hybrid, it revs to 7,500 RPMs. So with all of that being said, let's say you had the money to buy one of these cars. You had the choice of the Lamborghini Temerario, the Ferrari 296, the McLaren Artura, the Chevy E-Ray, or the Porsche 911 992.2 GTS Hybrid. Which one would you pick if you had the money? Put your comments down below, like my videos, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.